Welcome to Lubbock, Texas for the World Match Play Championship Series. We're ready to get things going here. David Collier alongside PPA Commissioner Joe Aboy. And Joe, I guess you got to fill us in on today's contestants.
We have two veterans of the Professional Putters Association competing in today's match. Robert Johnson from Lake Wiley, South Carolina, has won over $49,000 as a member of the Professional Putters Association. He is the first person to ever successfully defend the national championship, being the winner of the 2002 and 2003 PPA Seniors Championship. He will be competing against Brad Lebo, a dentist from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Brad holds the 108-hole world record of 74 under par, score of 142, and was a contestant in the 1997 Putt-Putt Skins Championship Series. This promises to be a great match.
All right, Robert's got the honors. Let's head out to hole one. And here we are getting ready for the first hole of the match between Robert Johnson and Brad Lebo.
Both players being wished good luck by tournament official Andy Corradini from Atlanta, Georgia.
Robert Johnson with the honors.
Rojo, as we call him on the tour.
I need a nickname like that.
Robert Johnson is the seniors national champion, 51 years old.
Back-to-back, correct?
First person to ever win a national championship title in the pro division back-to-back.
I think he'd probably like to add a match play title to that as well.
World Match Play champion sound very good. With shots like that, he's on his way. Nice smooth stroke and
putting the early pressure on Brad Lebo, playing from a different position as well.
He is off the tee mat. There are, well, with the same results, good shot. There are 7 dots on a putt-putt tee mat, counting from the players left to right, numbers 1 through 7. This one being in tee mat position 7 by Robert Johnson. Oh, he pushed that a little bit to the right. Never gave himself an opportunity for that ball to go in at all.
Fell to the back of the hole as well down that hill.
Yeah, those shadows are going to cause a little bit of a problem. Oh, and look at that! There he pulled that.
Wow.
You could tell right off the putter face that that one did not have an opportunity to go in the cup. Well, didn't have a chance.
Better get the nerves out of the way early than late.
You know, get them all off of one hole. Now, Brad, at this point, all he needs is a 1 or a 2 to win the hole. He can go 1 up on Rojo.
You have the distance?
Speed,
wow.
Beautiful speed. Nice touch.
Can't read that much better than that. That was an accident. An accident.
I'm standing here with Putt-Putt Golf Course owner Jim Evans. And Jim, on behalf of the Professional Putters Association, I want to thank you for hosting this event. You have a wonderful facility.
Thank you, Joe, and it's been a privilege to host the PPA's tournament this week. It's been something that's been a goal of ours for a long time, and certainly thank all the support of the people of Lubbock and the organizations in Lubbock, particularly the Lubbock Sports Authority, for their help in bringing this event to this town. It's been great. I think all the players have had a great week.
We've been treated fairly, and we look forward to coming back. Thanks very much.
And speaking of Lubbock, let's take a look at this beautiful city.
Discover legendary Lubbock for your next event. The home of Texas Tech University. And over 200,000 people. Yet you can be just about anywhere in Lubbock in 20 minutes. It's called the Hub City, and it's a great place to raise a family. Discover legendary Lubbock.
As we move on to hole number 3, I also want to thank Jim and Colleen Evans and the the entire population of Lubbock, Texas. What a warm welcome we've had.
Definitely appreciate the World Match Play Championship making its way to West Texas, and hopefully it has proven to be a good location for this year's Match Play Championship.
It has been, and it's proven to be a good location for this gentleman, Robert Johnson, and Brad Lebo, who, with honors on this hole, scored a hole-in-one. Robert earlier in the competition this week, as I previously stated, winning the Seniors National Championship.
Right now trying to shake off that 3-putt on the previous hole, obviously. He did just that, knocking that one down. So we moved to 4th hole.
Move to hole number 4, and Brad Lebo retaining honors. Honors are very important in the match play format. Scoring a hole-in-one, obviously putting all the pressure on the person following. 4 in a row.
He's doing just that.
So Robert, although he's playing very well, still finds himself 1 down going into this hole.
Looks good.
Same line.
Follow the leader here. If Lebo's hitting him well, you might as well do the same thing
He
he's
must do
doing.
exactly what he's doing. That's right. And hole number 5, both players do expect to make this hole. And I would anticipate both of them doing just that. Straight hole between 2 obstacles. Beautiful speed, beautiful line. If given an opportunity, all members of the Professional Putters Association would rather hit the ball straight than off of a rail. This hole giving them that opportunity.
And once again, Robert following the lead, and he's got to be happy with his play at this point, but you can't pick up a hole if the person in front of you keeps on acing him as well.
And hole number 6. Brad Lebo retaining the honors.
This time has to use the rail on this.
Well, he has to use the back rail on this one, and successfully negotiates the ball into the cup. Robert will again attempt to follow the same line.
You got to have the right speed on this hole as well.
Speed's important every shot in tournament competition. That's a nice shot. Should have the same results.
It does.
It does. And Robert Johnson, 1 down to Brad Lebo, and we'll be back after this. We're back, and for the 2nd consecutive week, we have the potential for a world's record on the number of consecutive holes-in-ones in a row to start a match on television. The world record is 9. Brad, you now have 6. You're on your way to that record.
Just going to try to take them 1 hole at a time. So far, so good.
And you give credit to?
Lots of practice.
Jim Evans, our course owner here in Lubbock. Jim, you've offered a great facility for our contestants, and they're taking advantage with some great scores.
I'll tell you what, Joe, thank you very much. You know, I thought the scores here this week would be much higher than they were last year in Augusta. And this course was built in 1971, and I really thought that the course would be a little more challenging. But when you have this kind of talent, it's unbelievable. I can't believe these guys are just making it like this.
They're making it good. Robert, you've aced them all but one, so you find yourself 1 down. You're hitting the ball very well.
Consistently, that's all I can ask.
Good luck to both of you as we head on to the next hole.
And out to the 7th hole. Brad Lebo with the honors once again, and he is still 1 up in the match over Robert Johnson. And basically a blazing pace for Lebo right now. He's just, his putt is true. I don't know what else I can say about it. Everything's going in. It's seven straight holes for him now.
He is 2 off the record for the most consecutive holes-in-ones to start a match on the television series. And Rojo playing extremely well. Just had 1 bad hole. He's now made 6 out of 7 himself. He finds himself 1 down.
Just keep that pace. You got to imagine that Lebo is eventually going to miss one of these first putts.
He hopes not, obviously.
Obviously.
But honor is being vitally important, and this is the perfect example why. You just continue to put pressure on the opponent.
Especially if you continue to make putts like that.
Another hole-in-one. He's a machine out there.
Said Rojo. He's just got to play his own game right now. I mean, there's at a point in the match that you have to, outdo your opponent. But right now, just keep pace with him. Eventually, you've got to hope he misses a putt. He can tie the record right here on hole 9, though.
He can. It's another straight shot. Again, the players would much prefer to hit it straight than bank it. See how true that is?
It's a nice putting stroke.
Nice putting stroke, nice smooth, and a record has been tied. Brad Lebo, 9 consecutive holes and ones in a row.
You got to tip your cap to him for that. Even Robert Johnson would do that, I believe.
Yes, he will.
After he makes the putt, of course.
He hopes.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, just right off the putter face. Pulled it just a little bit to the left, and although he's made 7 out of the first 9 holes, he finds himself 2 holes down. Going into hole number 10, and an opportunity here to break the record for the most consecutive holes and ones. If he makes this hole, hole number 10.
It's one of those situations where you got to rely on the rails, and if you don't hit it just right.
He had a perfect shot just short, and a round of applause by the gallery. A job well done.
9 straight, tying the TV record for a start to a match play championship. Meanwhile, this is a good opportunity for Robert Johnson.
See if he has a chance to take honors. Sliding by the left, and he'll tap that in for his par 2 to tie Brad on this hole. Earlier this week, David and I had an opportunity to have a discussion with someone very special in the PPA history. David, I got some trivia for you. I bet you didn't know this. Putt-putt golf began in 1954. And since that time, over 1 billion rounds of putt-putt have been played across the world.
I didn't know that.
There's been 2 perfect 18 shot in that time. We're standing next to one of the guys.
I'm guessing this guy has something to do with that.
To do with this is John Napoli. He's also a national champion of the Professional Putters Association. And in 1979, he shot a perfect 18. John, first take us back that far if you can and tell us your feelings of that day and of that night.
Yeah, we were in Columbus, Ohio at the course that Joe ran, and it was also the national championship course for that season. And it was a perfect evening, Wednesday evening, and we started on hole 1 and just got it going. I felt in the zone sort of in pre-tournament practice. And after 9 holes, one of my playing partners ran up and informed Joe that I'd made the first 9. And then after 14 holes, Joe came out and said, "Do you mind if we just stop the tournament and let everybody line up along the bleachers and watch this final 4 holes?" I said, "Fine, we'll give it a try." And I hit a couple of them a little too hard that they spun around and went in, but on the very end, the last one made it into the cup. And I didn't think as much of it back then, but like you said, now that so many more rounds have been played since, and this was May 23rd, 1979, and no 18's been shot since, I'm more impressed with it now, I guess. But I'm just glad it worked out that way and glad you were running the tournament when it happened.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes, right?
Yeah, that's true. Lucky a couple of times down the finish.
So when the players like we had today shot a 9 for the television, does that bring you back to that time? Do you ever worry about you won't be the last person to ever do it?
I'm kind of waiting for someone to do it again. It's possible on that course that was just played because every hole is makeable. It just so happened that no one got the 10th hole to go in. But the 2 9s that were shot there, by players that are really in the zone right now, and that's what it takes. It takes something like that under the intense concentration of a national championship week that it could happen again. We'll see.
Well, we're glad you're here. He's a national champion of the Professional Putters Association and the last person to shoot a perfect game, John Napoli.
All right, Joe. So John's record is safe for another year. We'll have to see if Brad Lebo's is as we head into the 11th hole of this match play championship semifinal.
This one is a triple bank hole. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Wow.
And it finds
a little aggressive there and finds himself down the hill.
This might be a tough 2-putt.
He has to negotiate the hill. Tried to get it out of the corner. No luck, so.
Obviously not happy with that.
Oh, boy, he almost missed that one, too. Slapped that one hard. He's obviously very disappointed.